2. What you see and what you hear is what you feel. ButtKicker. The future is feeling.
Welcome, race fans, here to another exciting night of racing here with Dirt Renegades Racing League, as they're happy to bring you Williams Grove Speedway, a 0.52 mile clay oval track here for some dirt action here in Pennsylvania here. Brought to you by Freaky Fast here, broadcasting, and it's going to be a fun race to see these guys take on my home track here, Robert A. Moyer Jr. up here in the booth. This is my home track of PA, Williams Grove, only about 30 minutes away from this awesome track. But
hey, Brown.
Hey, awesome. Well, we got Tim. I just jumped in. I didn't give him a warning, but we're up here with Brian Johnson and Lee.
Hello, everyone. How's it going?
Welcome everyone to another wonderful night of Dirt Renegades here on Freaky Fast Broadcasting as we get set for some great dirt action. And I tell you what, Brian, this is going to be my first time just being with you on this booth. I'm used to sitting with you and Zach and being able to sit back. So everyone, sit back, relax, get ready for a lot of fast-paced action and maybe some hijinks as I'm not quite sure the physics of dirt, but that is why I have the master tactician himself, Mr. Brian Johnson. Brian, it is going to be a great race tonight at Williams Grove.
Yeah, it sure is. We're back in these 305s at Williams Grove. I just noticed tonight up at the top here, iRacing says this is a clay oval. So, this dirt has a bunch of clay in it, which so the surface of it is, I'd imagine, be a bit more tacky. There's a bit more moisture in the dirt than there would be at other places. But the cool thing about Williams Grove is it's got these long straights. I mean, it's very similar to Martinsville in shape. And so you get these huge runs going into these corners here of very, very high top speeds with these long straightaways. So and that also leads to multiple ways to run the corners as well. So I think we're going to see guys, start out at the top and then move to the bottom, start out at the bottom, move to the top. I think you can pretty much run just about anywhere here tonight. We'll see where the guys really want to run. But I'm sure that it will be very difficult to keep up with all the action here that we've got going on here tonight.
Well, as we just kind of scroll through and look onto the screen, I'm watching the 24 of Joshua Longbonds, and he's working that top groove, scraped the wall just a little bit there. But I've watched, John Longbomb's out there. I've watched the number 912 machine of Jared Carell, and they are testing the top groove. They're testing the bottom groove. They're testing the middle of the track, as Carell just did right there. They're working these, and that's one of the things that Robert explained to me is I'm not a dirt guy. I'm a oval guy, a traditional asphalt oval guy, and I didn't know that there was so many multiple lines to run in dirt. Man, how hard is it to figure out which line's the best, and especially with it moving throughout the race to have to adjust to that?
Well, it's actually very difficult because one of the challenging things as an oval driver in general, because we do this on the asphalt side as well, but it's more so in dirt, where you're trying to find the highest level of grip, whether that's high, low. Sometimes it can get even more complex, where the grip's high on entry but it's low on exit, so you kind of have to adjust your apex in the corners and adjust your speed. Maybe if you got the grip high in the entry and then low on the exit, then you're going to want to have a higher speed going in and then slower speed going out. But if it's the opposite, then you've got to slow down more and then make sure you get the good run out. So it's very difficult. Meanwhile, while you're all trying to figure that out and get the little nuances in the track, try to find the best level of grip possible for your car, you got to do that while not losing any time. And that's the most difficult part about trying to find grip on a track. Is not making a huge mistake and lose 2-3 tenths, and before you know it, you're trying to go faster and you end up going slower. So very, very difficult. But that's why these dirt guys are so talented. Not only as behind the wheel and the physical aspect of it, but the mental aspect of it too, is just knowing where the grip is going to be beforehand and where it's going to move to.
Awesome. And I love listening to your brain talk about racing. I could just listen to you all day long and explain to me how this works, because with me, I'm just the guy behind the wheel giggling, driving Monza last night in my league race going, please don't wreck, please don't wreck. Once again, we're with Dirt Renegades Racing here on Freaky Fast Broadcasting, and Dirt Renegades Racing bringing you the brought to you by, there we go, ISBC Broadcasting, by Dirt Renegades Podcast, also by Outlaw iRacing, by MKT Manufacturing, Mississippi Valley Equipment, and finally by Lock Valley Steel LVS. And I'm sure we'll be talking about those sponsors throughout the night. But thank you so much for bringing Dirt Renegades to the masses out there on the internet on Freaky Fast Broadcasting. Lee Tidwell and Brian Johnson here with you at Williams Grove Speedway in Mechanicsburg. Where's Mechanicsburg at? Now I need a historian or a...
Pennsylvania, buddy, 30 minutes away from me.
Oh, okay. It just says Mechanicsville, USA, and I'm like, man, that's a lot of area to cover.
No, it's I'm roughly about 30 minutes away from the track. I drive by it. I've drove by it multiple times. So
Gotcha.
Never been there yet, which I plan on going hopefully this year to a 4th of July Saturday night, which we will miss out on World Series one night of Sim Racing League, but they got a 4th of July gangbang thingy dirt racing that they're going to be having, so opening up to the public. So
nice.
Yeah, so I'm already looking at tickets. So anyways. Go ahead, Brian. Go right ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say my my former coworker, which is about to be a coworker again. He's decided to move back. But my buddy Dewey from Texas, he's a sprint car driver, non-winged, so not like these, but he's back up here now. So I might be going back to the dirt tracks now. It looks like that plan might be coming back to fruition. So I'll be getting all sorts of good behind the scenes. What it would be like in real life of what we're doing here tonight.
Yeah, I remember you doing that. That's cool. Which can go. We can grab that and bring it back here to Freaky Fast and give the viewers more information on here. What's going on as we got.
That is the plan.
That is the plan. As I'm getting more and more into dirt. To be honest with you, I've always watched dirt, but didn't follow as hard as I did on the oval side of things. But the more and more I watch it, the more and more this is like, man, this is just not racing. This is you really got to know what you're doing out there.
That's right. Welcome to Freaky Fast on Wednesday nights, where we get dirty.
That's right. And freaky.
And freaky. And speaking of freaky, let's not forget about LSD iRacing Paint Series. They are a sponsor also of tonight's Dirt Renegade race. So don't make sure I don't want to leave anybody out. Like I said, we're going to talk about much more of these sponsors coming up tonight. But we are, we've got the drivers meeting going on as we speak. And Brian, you talked about this track at Williams Grove. I love the longer straightaways. I think I would like this much better than Martinsville. I hate Martinsville. But it's got to be nice for these dirt guys to be able to get some of that speed and have some of those great corners that Williamsburg's Grove offers. What would your strategy be here tonight, and what are these drivers thinking before taking on this track?
Well, my main thing tonight as a driver, if I was out there, was okay. We've got these long straights, so the key to tonight, I think, is going to be able to get just massive runs out of the corner. If you exit the corner faster, you're going to be faster down the stretches, and since that's such a big part of this track, that's where all your time is going to be made up. You know, I'd be willing to sacrifice a little bit of speed on the entry of the corner to gain a lot more on the exit for that straightaway speed. As far as the line goes, lower high, like I said earlier, I think it might be a little bit of mix of both. I think you're going to see guys that've got their cars set up for the inside. I think you're going to have your guys set up for the outside. The outside may be the preferred lane once this thing gets kind of worn down here, especially in the feature when we got all those all 24, 22 of them going.
Yep, and we are starting the qualifying as we speak. Yeah, I'm excited about tonight's action. Still kind of new to the dirt, still cannot turn a lap in a car, but I can talk very well, so we ought to have fun tonight. Brian, question for you, sir.
Lee, answer for you.
Have you ever seen the anime One Punch Man?
I have not watched an episode of it, but I've seen the memes.
Oh my gosh. Okay. I just wanted that was our friendship test to figure out if we were going to be friends or not. And right now you're not looking too good, sir.
I failed.
Well, crap. I guess I failed because I didn't see it either.
Oh, One Punch Man. They're about to make a live action movie. It's such a good thing. Right now, Devin Bunt's running our quickest time of the day, that 47 car, with an 18.94. That is a quick lap around this track, Brian.
Yeah, pretty quick. You know, it's half a mile, but it's also on dirt. So, yeah, 18.9. That's quicker than our quickest practice time by the 44 of Donald Swanson here in 18.99. So just under that 19-second mark. But right now we've got 3 guys underneath that 19-second mark. First, second, and third going to be Devin Butts, Donald Swanson, and Jordan Pack. Well, we've got about a minute left, and I don't think... Oh, there's one more person, David Moore, out on the track.
Yeah, Blake Sanderfer is also on the track as well, about to complete his second lap in the 99 machine. Then we also have the 92 of Corey Austin. Actually, 99's taking the second lap now. That first lap puts him in 8th, so David Moore in that 8th position, running that second lap now. Looking to improve on that time, first lap time of a 19.59. And Brian, as you was talking about that sub 19 second, that's where that's the separation between the people that have got this track dialed in and the ones that still need to have some of that in-race feel to figure it out.
Yeah, there's definitely a big gap right now between the top 3 and the rest of the field. You've got third Jordan Hack with 18.99. The next quickest time in qualifying was a 19.21. So roughly 2/10 they're separating third and fourth. So I'd imagine some of these guys that qualified outside that top 3 are going to maybe be making some final adjustments as we head off into these heats.
Righto, sir. So heat number 1, our starting grid will be, if you want to hit that, sir.
I sure can. We're going to have Devin Butts in the first position there. Edward Kotchersberger in second. Joshua Longbonds third. Carl Bogle in fourth. Donnie Faher in fifth. And Dustin Sizemore in 6th place.
There we go. And that is going to be your starting grid for our first heat of the evening here on Dirt Renegades on Freaky Fast Broadcasting. And I'm excited about tonight. This is going to be some fun. I've been looking forward to some dirt action all day long.
Oh, yeah. I wait all week to watch these guys. I look forward to this a lot.
Don't forget, these are open setups, too.
Yeah, the open setups, and that's one thing we will get into talking about during probably in between heats. Zach, is going to be the position of that rear wing. I heard y'all talking about it last week, and it seems to be crucial on these setups.
Yes, it is. Is I think, are we going another lap or is it okay? We're going another lap. Well, I'll get into that a little bit. So, we were talking to one of the drivers last week, and I remember when I did this a little bit more than I do now, which would be, maybe a race a week because I don't do it at all anymore. But back then and even now, the best position for that top wing is all the way back. That's going to have the least amount of drag, and especially at Williams Grove with these long straights, you're going to want to have as little drag as possible to get that highest speed possible. And so I'm sure a lot of these guys running it as far back as they can. I wouldn't imagine they'd be moving it forward to get any more forward bite. That's going to be all in the suspension work here as pace truck is off, and we're going to go green for heat one.
Green flag, green flag.
Green for heat one, and immediately Devin Bunce out to a quick lead over the second place Joshua Longbuns, and third place will be Edward. Fourth place will be Carl, and fifth place Danny. So some quick action off the start, and the 47 of Devin Butts just a commanding lead over Joshua right now. And man, how important are the starts in these dirt tracks?
Pretty important. I mean, as you can see, Devin got a really good start of the race right there, and he's already amounted almost a second lead. Probably when he crosses the line here, it will be a second. Yeah, over a second. So, it's dirt racing. It's all about that momentum. So the earlier you can get that momentum going, the better off you'll be. As he's out of here now. There is a little bit of a battle between second and third right now, and of course another small field this week, so nobody will be going home. This will just be setting the grid for the future.
So the battle for second and third, Joshua and Edward, the 24 and the 09 car. Is Joshua now coming out of 4 down the straightaway. Edward now looking to try to get on the gas a little bit, make up some of that room. But Devin with a 1.9 second lead now. So he's done pulled on out, and it took a commanding lead in this heat one, as we are now going to be halfway at the line. We're going to stay concentrated on that battle for second between the 24 of Joshua and the 09 of Edward. Joshua continues to hold that lead, Brian, but just slightly. Whoa, look at him dive to the inside. Nice corner there for the 09 of Edward.
Yeah, it did pretty good. Had a nice exit, too. We'll see what he can do here in 3 and 4. Kind of staying even with him. He looks like the car might be a little hairy on exit there. So maybe he's got that car tuned for like a worn-out track, maybe more of a long-run car.
Yeah, it sure is shaking a tail feather coming out of the exit of the turn.
Ooh, as he overdrives the middle, almost in the wall and exit there.
Ooh, yeah, but that's going to allow Joshua and the 24 to go ahead and pull on out a little bit farther, now with almost a second lead over the third place Edward in the 09, in fourth place the 76 of Carl, and in fifth place will be the 00 of Donnie.
Yeah, and unfortunately, Donnie going into 1 on the very first lap, he had gotten into some trouble there. So, unfortunate luck in Heat 1. Maybe he can get some good luck later on in one of these mains or features.
Please tell me I said it was halfway done when it truly was halfway done, and dirt's just that fast.
I think I was going to mention you may want to make sure you're live, because you may be just a little bit behind from where I'm at.
Oh, me. My first heat of calling dirt action. I'll give myself a C- on that one.
That's so okay. We'll forgive you.
Yeah, I appreciate it, sir. As we get set for heat number 2, the starting grid for Dirt Renegades Racing League will be Mr. Brian.
Yeah, we're going to have the fastest man in practice, Donald Swanson in the 44, being on pole for this heat. We're going to have Ray Rugelman Jr. in second, David Moore third, Roger O in fourth place there, Brendan Morgan in fifth, and Casey Flegel in 6th place.
All right, so there is. I'm glad that you had the first attempt at that. That is your lineup for a heat number 2, an 8-lap heat here at Dirt Renegades. Brought to you by Lock Valley Steel, LVS, Mississippi Valley Equipment, MKT Manufacturing, also by Outlaw iRacing, by Dirt Degenerates Podcast, ISBC Broadcasting, and finally by LSD iRacing Paint Series. And that is your sponsors for the Dirt Renegades here on Freaky Fast Broadcasting, as we will be set for 1 to go when we cross the line. Tell me a little bit about Heat 2. Is there different strategy? Did they watch the first heat to kind of see where everything was lining up, or is this more of a continuation of practice?
I think this is going to be more of a continuation of practice. You can see there's lots of places on the track that are untouched. So the line seems to be fairly finite right now, as the track's not too worn in yet. Yeah, I think these guys just going to be trying to look to see what final adjustments they can make to their car before we make it to the feature here, if they make any at all.
So here we go, coming out of 4, getting ready for that green flag and heat number 2, 8 laps. And the number 44, Donald Swanson, as you said, fastest man alive. Having a nice start, but not quite as good of a start as we had in the first heat. Only a 0.4 second now lead over the second place, David Moore. So we actually got a little bit of a lead here, and we're still kind of bunched up throughout the 5-car field here in heat number 2.
And unfortunately, he caught Ray Riggleman there, 2nd place. He caught him sleeping, and he's all the way back to 4th. So he did just pass for 4th as well, I believe. So
yeah,
Ray going to have to work on those restarts there for the feature.
Yeah, the 07 of Brendan Morgan spinning there. So now going to have to have some high hopes for later in the evening. Donald Swanson continues with that lead. Is now pulling over to a 2nd over David Moore in 2nd place. In 3rd place is going to be Ray Riggleman Jr. In 4th place is going to be Roger O. And in 5th place, Brendan Morgan?
Yes.
Brendan Morgan.
That is correct. And just, look at the speed of these guys as they go on off into turn 3, 112 miles an hour in these things. Right before the, David caught a little bit of the wall out of 4, but 112 on the dirt, slipping and sliding, about to flick that thing on in there.
Yeah, I mean, you talk about some Tokyo drift there, man. That's just pure talent to be able to drive that car. These guys could probably be stunt drivers with the skill that they have of keeping these cars under control. But yeah, Donald Swanson just continues to pull that lead now out to a 2-second lead as the field has spread out. So we're seeing who the 2 fastest have been in the qualifying heats. We still got 2 laps to go here, but Donald Swanson with a commanding lead. What do you see for the feature tonight?
For the feature, I think it'll be, one of those deals where we're going to have multiple groups of cars racing close together. So I think you're going to have almost kind of like a 3-tiered thing where you're going to have the guys that are, really fast, the guys that are fast, and then the guys that, towards the back. But I think there is a very clear distinction between the speeds here. Which could it's kind of interesting to me because they're all running very similar lines. It's like Robert said earlier, the open setup. So that's the end of the heat as I keep on yapping.
Yeah, the lap counters get me on these heats, but that will be the end of the heat. But man, Donald is just dominating there, and with it being the open setups, that has a lot to do with, I mean, it's pure driving talent, but like you said, with most people driving in that heat, at least the same lines, it really all goes down into that setup and how crucial it really is as we get set for heat number 3.
Heat number 3 gonna be started off here with Jordan Hack in the 39. Then we're going to have Corey Austin in second, Jared Carell in third, Michael Swank in fourth, Blake Sandifer in fifth, and Edward Hauser in sixth place.
And that is going to be your starting lineup for heat number 3. I'm glad you understood that ended with a question mark. How many heats we got tonight?
This will be our last heat, as there is only about, 18 people.
Gotcha. So last heat of the evening. There we go. My stuff finally switched over a little bit. Look at Jordan Hack to start this race off. We'll have 1 to go when we come across the line this time. And you got to think, being in the third heat, I would have watched heat 1. I'd have watched heat 2. I'd have been paying attention to little tweaks and stuff that I might have overheard people making on their cars, and I'd have seen who's fast and who's not. But, man, to have the setups that these top 2 drivers, the two winners of the first 2 heats have, and to have the driving ability that they do, it's going to be hard to catch them. And I'm looking to see who's going to be coming out of this one as, 1 or 2 of those real fast drivers.
Yeah, if I was a betting man, I'd bet on that 39. That one out of the 3 under that 19-second mark qualifying as green flag drops, and they're off.
And Jordan Hack gets a monster jump there. Quickly into turn number 1. Jared Carell in second, Corey Austin in third, Michael Swank in fourth, and Blake Sandifer in fifth. And we got some racing here at the front with Hack, Carell, and Austin, 1, 2, and 3, and all within a half a second of each other. Coming into turn number 1, now going to be exiting turn number 2. Hack is going to stay in first. The battle now for second between Carell and Austin. Austin in third place, looking to get a good entry here into 3 and trying to catch up with Carell. Hack continues his lead.
Yeah, Jared had a good restart. He had started third there, but was able to take second away from Corey, and now Corey's trying to play a little bit of catch-up right now. This is going to end up being a pretty good battle here, as we're not even halfway yet.
Not even halfway, with Jordan Hack out to a 1.5-second lead, starting to pull out a little bit, but it's going to be this battle for second here between Jared Carell and Corey Austin. Austin now drifting to the outside, going to stay in the third position, right behind Carell, driving down the backstretch. Now we go into 3, inside to out will be Carell's line on that one, and it looked like Austin might have gained a little bit of position there. Going now 1 to 2, and Corey Austin starting to sniff the back end of Jared Carell. We've got a race here.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty close, as just got to that halfway mark. Corey right on the right behind Jared there. Seems like he's able to get a little bit of a better exit, but Jared able to get a little bit of a better entry, and so that's what you're gonna see here at Williams Grove. The drivers, what their driving style is, to slow in, fast out, or fast in, slow out.
Yeah, and watching these two side by side is a great indicator, as Corey Austin, only 2 to go, but he's not going to make it on that one. Man, there he goes.
Ooh.
I tell you what, he's been slowly inching up. Is there going to be enough laps for him to catch up? Looking to make a move here, went high and a low, going to try to hold on, going down the backstretch, and now comes up close to the back wheels and falls right behind. We come around 3 and into 4. Can he make that final run, shooting to the inside, but not enough, as Carell able to hold off for second, and our winner, Jordan Hack, in heat number 3.
Wow, wait, what?
You okay, sir?
I must have missed something. Because Hack ended up last there.
No, my bad.
Yeah, not Jordan, Gerald Carell won the race.
Yeah, that was
it
a
was
battle for
Carell.
the lead there at the end.
What happened?
I wonder what happened to Jordan.
Yeah,
I missed that one.
Okay, so I'm not losing my mind. I did not call that wrong.
No, we missed something here. Did he spin?
I don't know. I'm not even seeing anything on my data. Did he just give up? I don't
Wonder
know.
what he may have run out of fuel actually.
Oh,
I
didn't have
wonder if he
enough.
didn't run enough fuel. That's exactly what happened.
He ran out of fuel.
He ran out of fuel coming out of 4 on the final lap.
And we just
Oh.
missed it. I missed it from calling the battle between 1 and 2 and didn't even notice them zoom past him. Wow.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
he
that's,
pulled down and just exited out, didn't he?
Yeah,
Yep.
that's exactly what he did. You know, that's the cool thing about these sprint cars is on the asphalt oval side and the the CB and A cars, we can't adjust the fuel. So your qualifying setup is strictly just suspension and aero, ride heights and things like that. But in these things, you can adjust the fuel level because of since we have heats, mains, and features. They're of different lengths. You don't want to carry more fuel than you need. So he needed 0.23 gallons more, and he would have been fine.
Ouch.
Man, that hurts. He knows he's fast. So where is he going to start it in the field?
Well, unfortunately, it looks like he's going to start dead last, right at the back, because that was heat 3.
It is a DNF.
Yeah, essentially. Because he did not complete that final lap, so he technically 1 lap down there. So, wow, qualified 3rd. Started on the pole for heat 3, and then because he was less than half a gallon short of fuel,
He's
gonna have to fight through all of this traffic going into the feature.
Wow.
Yeah, that is a series of unfortunate events.
Ouch. That is a kick in the you know what.
Hey, we're a PG show here.
Yeah, I said you know what. It could be in your face. It could
I've got
be.
to pick on you because I've made this a non-PG show for the past 3 weeks. Not necessarily this race.
Yeah,
Just-
sure. Yeah,
I've disgraced other ones.
sure. Yeah, sure. Yeah. Yep. Past 3 weeks has been PG with Lee in the booth. Okay.
PG-13. I mean, yeah.
Oh
And-
man.
I'm going to tell you real quick about the sponsors of the Dirt Renegade Racing League here on Freaky Fast Broadcasting. They are LSD iRacing Paint Series, ISBC Broadcasting, brought to you by Dirt Degenerates Podcast, also by Outlaw E-Racing. Proud sponsor, MKT Manufacturing, Mississippi Valley Equipment, and LVS Lock Valley Steel. Robert, got a big main event coming tonight. It should be exciting, and I am interested to see what Jordan Hack is going to do to be able to climb back through that field after running out of gas.
Looking at it right now, he's actually up to 6th place, guys. And here in warm up, so he's got a car. He's got a hot rod.
Yeah, he qualified 3rd. I mean, he's fast.
Yeah. And But David Moore up here, look at that. Moore. And that 99 is up here showing some speed right now, guys.
David Moore in the 99. Best lap he's run tonight at 19.512.
I finished 2nd in heat 2. Started 3rd, so gained that 1 position there to start 5th here for the feature. But going back to Jordan Hack, he's got a fast car, no doubt about that. It's just going to be a matter of his ability to navigate through all the traffic and stay out of trouble as well. Trouble happens quick on dirt, and it can be difficult to avoid. So he's going to have to make sure he's got cat-like reflexes and eagle eyes and all those animal analogies going for him.
Eagle eyes, spider tentacles,
There you go.
squid feet.
I don't know about that one. It's a little slippery.
Man, have you ever eaten squid?
Are we talking about
I don't
food
think so.
again?
Yes, we're talking about food. We can't have a broadcast if we don't talk about food. We're talking about eating squid, which I would never touch. I'm just curious if Brian's ever eaten squid.
Oh, okay.
No, but I think I've had octopus. I don't really remember.
The craziest thing I've ever eaten was alligator. And that was way back in the day when it like wasn't illegal to eat alligators.
Yeah, I've never had that, but I've heard it's pretty good.
So we get set for our main feature here tonight at Williams Grove Speedway. Dirt Renegades on Freaky Fast Broadcasting, and our starting grid will be Mr. Johnson.
Yeah, our freaky fast top 12 for tonight here in this feature. Going to be Devin Butts in first, Donald Swanson in second, Jared Carell in third place, Joshua Longbonds fourth, David Moore in fifth, Corey Austin sixth, Edward Kotchersberger in seventh place there, Ray Riggleman eighth, Michael Swank in ninth, Donnie Faher in 10th place there, Roger Olszewski in 11th place, and Blake Sandifer in 12th. Thanks to Joshua there for giving me the tip on Mr. Number 17 there.
Mr. Number 17. So how do you say it?
Olszewski, I think.
Olszewski. I like Roger O though. That flows, man. I do like Roger O.
Sounds like a cereal. Going back
Frosted
to the
Roger
food.
O's. They're magically delicious. 35 laps here tonight at Williams Grove. We are in our feature after 3 outstanding heats. We had our first heat. Not really too much battling there. A lot of filling out of the track. Our second heat, a little tighter for second and a little bit tighter throughout the field. Our third heat, we had the later run out of gas in turn number 4 and a battle for second and third. We've got some very fast cars. 2 of them are in the front of the field, another one in the very back.
And that's a great summary.
You know, I try at times. One to go to green as we come down the back. So tell me, Brian, how do these track conditions change after 3 heats?
Well, a lot. You can see it's already starting to slicken up on entry as we're going to grab this green flag. So guys may start to experiment here on the entries as they go off into their first one.
Into turn 1, Devin Butts is going to be leading the pack. Second place is going to be Donald Swanson. Third is going to be Jared Carell. And once again, Butts is he's super fast. Little bit wider in that turn it looked like than he wanted to be. Lost a little bit of room. Looks like Donald Swanson, another one of our heat winners, could possibly end up right there behind him. But Butts has got a strong machine, Brian.
Yeah, very, very strong. But there's also, all these guys very, very strong here tonight. Not too many guys separated from one another. Battles all over the track. You had Corey Austin fighting for 5th place there, squarely by David Moore behind him. But yeah, right now 3rd, 4th, 5th, right on top of each other.
Jordan Hack has started his climb up the field.
Yeah, already up to 11th place there, now 10th.
Yeah, he's
so gained 6
quick.
positions in 4 laps, 3 laps.
Yeah, so let's look at Jordan for a second. The 39 car of Jordan Hack running in 10th position, would have won that heat if it would not have ran out of fuel in that last turn, is starting to catch up to the rest of this pack now, and now looking to hunt down Michael Swank in the 8th position. As we look around and see what else we have going on, David Moore in the 99 car.
So yeah, Joshua Longbonds just get very, very squirrely there in 1 and 2. Lose a bunch of time. Ooh, and that's going to force Mr. BG right there. Who is that? It's David Moore. Ooh, as he gets shoved into the wall, and he's going around. Oh no, that's not good.
We got a caution here on lap 6 of 35 as David Moore gets into the outside wall. Going to get clipped there by the 27 of Michael Swank. And then it looks like also the 50. Nope, that's not. It says 57. Who is that?
57. I
It's
don't
got
see a
57 on the
57. Could it be a
car.
27?
That would be Jordan, 39.
That's what I was thinking. So
How's
Jordan
it got?
benefited from that, but also ran into the side of him. So, more having a couple of contact incidents there, along with the outside wall and under caution on lap 8 of 35 here at Williams Road with the Dirt Renegades.
Yeah, you can see they were starting to kind of venture up higher and higher in the corners. That layer of dark, untouched dirt starting to move higher and higher up the track, trying to generate a little bit of a cushion there. So,
Well,
what these guys are doing.
kind of like what we was about to talk about, and I forgot that the race was going to start right then. Tell me the difference between how this track changes from heat to qualifying, from qualifying to heat to the feature here.
Well, they do reset the track. So qualifying starts out completely clean, so everybody has a clean slate there, and then the heats get transferred over from heat to heat, um, and then warm ups right before this feature started at 10%, not 0%. So we had 10% wear on the track, so not quite a clean track. But the biggest difference, I think, between the heats and the feature is in the heats you only had 6 cars running around the track at once. So the track was not having a lot of people drive on it at once. But here we've got all 16 or 18 people as they're about to tear up this track a little bit more.
Yeah, going to tear it up. We got going in lap 10 of 35 will be green flag coming this time around. Or actually, we are green flag. My bad. I am still on the replay. Live. There we go. Wow.
There you go, live.
Devin Butts in that first position, coming around 4, now going to cross the start-finish line. And we got another caution. The 07. Brendan Morgan seems to possibly be involved with that.
So what happened? Oh yeah, we had a car get. Ooh, that's kind of nasty. You had the 17 there getting to the wall, and then 07 just plowed right into him. He had nowhere to go.
Yeah, collected a few. So back under caution here in lap 11 of 35. And that's the thing too with these cautions. I mean, the track wears in a different way because the speeds aren't in the way they were. The dirt isn't getting thrown around in the slides the way they were. So the track isn't deteriorating as fast. So does that play a factor?
Oh, it definitely does because if you set up your car for a worn out track, you were expecting this thing to go completely green, and you were saying, hey, I want the fastest car on the track with 10 laps to go, with this thing being super slick. Well, now that kind of changes, with these 2 cautions here. It's only a 35 lap race, so, 2 or 3 cautions can change how the track is going to be towards the end of the race by a lot. Because, like you said, Lee, under caution, not much wear is going on the track, not nearly as much as it would be under green. But, we are seeing a very, very slick patch on entry of the these corners, so that's what's making these guys go higher and higher. They're trying to get a little closer to the wall on entry to avoid that slick patch, and try to keep the car straight for longer, kind of waiting longer for that turn into the corner. So
And that's one of the things that we like to talk about also is the detail that iRacing puts into these environments and these tracks. And like you talked about, the slicking of the track. So pace truck is going to be in. We're coming around 3 and 4 and going to get started. We're on lap 13 of 35. Here we come to the line, and a great start there by Devin Butts again as he takes a monster lead. But we got a battle for second between Austin and Swanson. Austin on the inside, Swanson on the outside.
Yeah, 92 had a really good restart there, but he's stuck on the inside. That's not quite the place you want to be right now, even though he is kind of below that slick spot. He did get a pretty good corner that time. It's going to be even with Donald as they head off into turn 1, as I hear some crunching going on behind him.
Yes, let's see here. The 76 is on its side and now disappeared. So we'll see what happened there as we watch the 76 car. and runs up into the 09. So yeah, just a big pile up there. And it's got to be a lot different than an oval with, if someone is slower in front of you, just hitting them brakes ain't going to bring you to a stop. It's got to be hard to avoid a calamity in the middle of the track.
Oh, absolutely, because you know, you try to slow down with the brakes in these things, and your car just goes instantly sideways, and so it's very difficult to slow down and keep the thing straight. So you'll see what a lot of guys do, like Donald did there as they were approaching the pace truck, and instead of, you know, slowing down a lot, what he did, he just kind of used the corner to slow him down. So he just kind of, you know, took it really wide and used all of that racetrack to give him the most amount of space to slow down. But yeah, you hit the brakes in these things, and that's kind of you know, that's all set up. You kind of want the brakes to turn you sideways, because that's going to help you set the front of the car for the corner. So you know, it's good for racing, but bad for avoiding wrecks.
Awesome explanation, sir. And Robert's active in the chats right now, both Facebook and YouTube. Want to say hello to everyone. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button, the like button, subscribe to the channel in YouTube, and make sure you follow Freaky Fast Broadcasting for all of our great racing action. And if you're watching this broadcast, we've got a lot of people that watch this broadcast, and we've got one to go before caution. Got a lot of people that watch this broadcast that I've heard of, a lot of people that are really dirt savvy. But you dirt savvy people, you've got people, friends like me, that don't know much about dirt. This is the broadcast to get them to tune into. This is the broadcast to get them to stream. And the reason why is because I'm learning from Brian as we speak, and this will teach people about dirt that really want to get involved. So a great broadcast. Here we go, about to start. It looks like Butts is going to hold off. There he goes, hits the gas. Another excellent start for Devin Butts in that 47 machine.
Yeah, he waited really long on that restart there, as yeah, he did lose a little bit of time on the entry there, but that really caught, I think that was Donald Swanson off guard right there.
It did. It caught Swanson off guard tremendously, and Devin Butts now.
Look who's trying to pass him.
The 92 machine, Corey Alston, looking for that inside lead. He's been working the inside the entire night. Alston on the inside, Butts on the outside. Alston now comes up, almost touches, going to fall back as we go down the backstretch now, going into turn 3. Great entry there by Butts. Alston going to ride the high side. We got 3 or 4 now piling up behind him. Swanson, Hack, and Carell all looking to get involved on this. Butts now going to pull out to a little bit of a lead, about a half a second coming out of 2. Alston in second place, now being battled by the third place Swanson. Carell right behind him. Swanson now going to drop down to the inside, looking to take over Alston in the 4th. And then Swanson now to the inside of Alston. Alston now then swings to the inside of Swanson and going to retake that position. Way back there, we got Carell trying to make a move. The battle for 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th getting hot here with 14 to go at Williams Grove. Brian, we've got some action.
Yeah, we do, and look who's in 4th place right now. Mr. Hey, I kind of ran out of fuel, so I'm going to start last in this feature, but it don't matter because I'm going to get back to the front. Jordan Hack.
It's going to be Jordan Hack in the 39 in 4th position. Just right behind Swanson and Alston. Hack now going,
oh no!
He hits the tires, he takes it too tight. Clips the tires, and man, you talk about just bad luck. I believe Jordan Hack lost his rabbit's foot, accidentally drop kicked his leprechaun or something. His horseshoe fell off his horse, but he must have broke a mirror today. The luck is gone.
And that was really good. Yeah, he was just trying to do a very, very aggressive slide job there, and just got too low and clipped the tires. Just a little bit of a misjudgment there. It'll happen. But you know, he's driven through the field, and so he's got that adrenaline pumping. You know, hey, I've passed a bunch of cars. I can pass these guys too. And but these guys are a little faster, so I gotta try a little harder. And you know, sometimes you just make a little bit of a mistake. I mean, he was just half a foot to the left from where he needed to be, but sometimes that's all it takes.
Yep, and Hack's going to lose a lot of spots. Looks like he falls back to 14th with 11 to go, and we still have at least one caution lap to go after this. So going to bring us a 10-lap shootout. Is there enough time, considering we've already been through 25 laps of this race, for Jordan Hack to climb back up through this field?
I think it's going to be very difficult, and you know, not just with the very few amount of laps we have, but the way this track has worn out now. Just the whole entire entry is slick. We've been seeing a lot of these very, very aggressive slide jobs, but that's because that's really the only way to pass now, because the inside lane is gone. If you're running the outside lane and somebody's trying to pass you on the inside, you really don't have to worry all that much, because they're going to have to do one of those really aggressive slide jobs, because the inside lane just has no grip right now. That entry of the corner is so slick that they're just trying to keep the car straight, not even worrying about having a good middle or good exit.
Here we go as the pace truck pulls off. We come around 4. We're about to take the green flag. Going to be 9 to go across the line. Butts drops to the outside, bottom, excuse me. Hard onto the throttle and back into turn number 1. Another excellent restart. We've got a battle on the bottom. We got a 3-way battle for third. They're going to take it 3 wide. Oh, they're grinding down third section. 3 of them are going to lose some action there.
Never mind.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
And the caution's going to fly.
I can't believe they all had it saved for just a split second.
Man, we had it 3 wide with Corey Austin being stuck in the middle of the 92. 92 is Corey Austin, my bad. Corey Austin been involved in that along with a few others. Let's see here. The 44 as well got involved. So yeah, lots of cars being involved with that. And now the strategy is going to change yet again. When we come back to green, it's going to be 5 to go.
Yeah, 5 to go. Not a whole lot of time to get anything done. And you know, the whole thing of cautions breed cautions is upon us right now. Even more so that it's the winding few laps of the race here. The drivers get antsy trying to get everything they can, especially those guys like in the top 3, top 4, top 5. I mean, anybody right there has a shot to win, even though Devin Butts has had a dominant performance here tonight. All it takes is one mistake from him, and these guys are ready to pounce.
Especially in a 5-lap shootout, because one mistake, it puts maybe Michael Swake in front of him. Maybe it's going to be Jared Correll. Maybe it's going to be Brendan Morgan. Who knows? Put somebody in front of him, and then you've got so many less laps to wait for them to either make a mistake or just to completely outdrive the next individual. So a huge restart and a big 5-lap shootout to the finish. Devin Butts will lead us to the line. Michael Swake in second. Jared Correll in third. In fourth will be Brendan Morgan. In fifth will be David Moore. In sixth will be Roger O. In seventh, Danny. In eighth will be Ray. Ninth will be Corey. 10th will be Jordan. And that is your top 10. Here we go to the green. Devin Butts quickly on the gas again. We're going to have a race to the line. Swake Correll trying to get into one. And it looks like Correll is going to get in swing way wide, drove real hard into that corner. But Swake now, not enough to catch back up. Going to fall in that third position. And fourth is going to be Morgan. And Morgan now right behind Swake. Going to try to take him on the outside, but not have the momentum to get the nose in. The front 2 cars now of Devin Butts and Jared Correll pulling out. And Butts has a over half-second lead now. Correll's got to drive him down.
Yeah, and Butts using that inside lane. I'm kind of surprised that I'm seeing this right now, but another caution. That gives Jared Correll another chance.
Wow, yeah, because Butts was pulling away from not only Correll, but the rest of the field. And right now, yellow has to be his least favorite color, because every time he gets that lead, the yellow flag has flown. So tell me how green white checkers work in dirt.
The same way they do in asphalt. So depending on how they have this set up, and I don't believe iRacing still does not tell us on the info tab how many green white checkers they have set up, but usually They stick to about 3 green, white checkers, but essentially a green, white checkered. You're gonna have the green flag with 2 laps to go. If a caution comes out during that first of the 2 laps, then we get to start all over again. And but if the leader takes the white flag and crosses that line, then it doesn't matter what happens next. Flag will be the checkered flag, and that will end the race.
All right, so we'll come through with our first attempt when we go back to green, correct?
Yeah, well, this is going to be attempt 1 out of 3. They do have 3 attempts here, so we are currently in overtime here at Dirt Renegades.
It is bonus racing at Dirt Renegades on Freaky Fast Broadcasting. Free bonus racing. We used to always say at the Predators game in overtime. You get free hockey, you get free racing tonight. Racing you wasn't planning on here at Dirt Renegades on Freaky Fast Broadcasting. Lee Tidwell and Brian Johnson here in the booth with you, along with Robert Boyer, our main man and the brilliant genius behind Freaky Fast Broadcasting and what you see each and every week.
That is for sure.
For sure.
Oh, show.
Oh, show, man. Oh, man. I've been needing a Mountain Dew all night. We forgot to do a cranker up. Do y'all do cranker ups in dirt?
I don't know about dirt.
No.
I
don't got
Okay,
time.
Oh, Robert's the party pooper.
Yeah.
As
Join
we're
us on
getting ready
Saturday
to go green, there we go. 2
Here we
laps to
go.
go.
2 laps to go on green. Butts with another great restart. The battle for second is going to be Corell and Alston. Alston going to take that inside. Corell up to the top. And we got bumping in the back. Oh, that was close. Just making sure I was still alive. Devin Butts is really jumped out a 1.5 second lead. So there is nothing, and we do have a caution. Did you happen to see what happened there, sir?
Oh, I did not.
Brandon was
But-
involved. 07 of Brandon, the wreck happened up in front of him going into turn 1, I believe, and
Oh, yeah,
just
it did.
collected
Oh,
the
geez.
76, and basically Edwards, Kyle, Blake all got tangled up in that.
Yeah,
had the
Brendan
fight.
Morgan. A little loss of control there, and these cars bouncing all over the track. So, good. Let's rinse and repeat and retry that green-white checkered number 2.
Yep, gonna have 2 out of 3 here. So if we get another caution here, we're gonna have 1 final chance. And then if a caution comes on that 3rd attempt, then that will end the race. It does seem like 2nd and 3rd place here on these restarts are kind of just swapping. It seems like you know, if you're not first, you want to be 3rd. That inside lane, they're a little bit better than 2nd place. So because Corey and Jared have just been kind of swapping back and forth on all these restarts. So Jared will have the upper hand here. Maybe he'll be able to grab 2nd and keep it.
Yeah, as you've talked about, every restart they have leapfrogged each other back and forth. We'll have our green-white checker a 2nd attempt when they come around this time. Your top 5, Devin Butts in the number 1 position, but dominant tonight. Corey Alston in 2nd, Jared Corell in 3rd, Michael Swank in 4th, and Donnie has moved all the way up to 5th position. Donald Swanson in 6th, and 7th will be David Moore, 8th will be Joshua Longbonds, and 9th will be Brendan Morgan, and in 10th will be Edward Hauser. So here we go to the green, and Devin Butts, once again, another excellent restart. Corey Alston going to hold that position over
Yeah, Jared
Corell.
got caught sleeping there.
Yes, he did. Oh, and battle for 4th up against the wall, and another
Our caution. We couldn't quite do it. They were so close.
It was a battle for 4th, it looked like. Let's see if we can see it here. Swanson involved along with the 00 of Donnie Foyer. So, yeah, the battle for 4th got into each other. And that will bring up the another caution, but will bring us to our final attempt of the green-white checker here at Williams Grove in Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania. Yeah, remembered, Robert?
Yay.
He sounds so enthused. Good gosh, man.
Yeah, sorry, I'm just back
You know,
listening
those-
to you guys, man. I'm like just like in a daze right now. You got me all into this.
Yeah, you know how those camera guys are, Lee. They're just kind of, yeah,
They're in their
whatever.
own little world.
Oh.
But yeah, so once that green flag drops here on 3 out of 3, the next flag will end the race. And the 92 of Corey Austin was right on the 47's bumper. He was fixing to make a pass there. But now, knowing that, a caution could end the race, it's going to be full send for him. Because if he manages to get just a couple inches ahead of Devin Butts, he could steal this thing.
He really could. And, working a 3-lap. That's the thing, too, with it being the final green-white checkered. You really can't work a 3-lap strategy of I'm going to do this on lap 1. I'm going to close the gap. On 2, I'm going to set it up. And on 3, I'm going to make the pass. Because if that caution flies on lap 2, we're done.
Exactly. Even if it comes out coming out of turn 2, that's it. So you have to be balls to the what as soon as the green flag drops.
Coming down the back stretch on this final attempt at green-white checker. Devin Butts in first position has been dominant, but Corey Austin has worked his way around, worked his way through, and is in position to challenge for that win tonight. Corell in third. Danny remains in fourth position. Here we go. Nice start for Butts. Austin now trying to get on it, but look at it. Corell going to drop down to the inside.
Yeah, he is. We'll see if he can pull off this slide job. Big slide job. He goes way up there.
Big slide in the battle now for second position as Butts has pulled on over 1.5 second lead.
He is going to take the white flag.
Taking the white flag is Devin Butts. And that number 47 machine, the battle now is for second and third. Also fourth and fifth is Donnie and Jared Corell battling.
Looks like 92 is going to beat him. Corey Austin over Jared Corell.
Yeah, I was trying to get back to that one. So there's the fireworks in your race winner, Devin Butts tonight here. A dominant performance at Williams Grove. Corey Austin able to squeeze out second position behind Jared Corell by 0.27 seconds. Donald Swanson in fourth. Donnie in fifth. It's going to be Joshua in sixth, David Moore in seventh, Edward in eighth, and we're still waiting on the rest of the telemetry to shake out. But Brian, what an outstanding dirt event here tonight at Williams Grove. Man, I had a blast.
Yeah, awesome race. We did have a lot of cautions there at the end, but sometimes that could be better because get that overtime, that free racing, and it keeps you on the edge of your seat. Like, man, what's going to happen next? These restarts have been insane tonight, as always, and Dirt Renegades never fails to put on a great show.
Well, outstanding job, and congratulations to our race winner, Devin Butts. Robert?
All right, good job, everybody. All right, well, we'll see about who we can get ready for this post-race interview here real quick, but let's run through our final results here tonight, guys, as we look here on our Discord on getting our top 3 in here for an interview and see how this race went. So, second here.
Yeah, so
I need to get it, man. See, you're in a rush. Okay.
let's go. We got that adrenaline pumping. Dirt racing's all about momentum, Robert.
That's right.
Going.
Well, my momentum's off a little bit. I do apologize to the viewers. But, all right, we got the unofficial results up here with Dirt Renegade Racing League here as William Grove, PA.
Yeah, so your winner here tonight, about to talk to him, is going to be Devin Butts. About to talk to Corey Austin and Jared Corell, second and third. Then we've got Donald Swanson in fourth, Joshua Longbonds fifth, David Moore in sixth place, Donnie Faher in seventh, Edward Hauser eighth, Brendan Morgan in ninth, Carl Bogle in 10th place, Ray Riggleman Jr. 11th, Blake Sandifer 12th, Michael Swank in 13th, Roger Oshevsky in 14th place there, Edward Kotchersberger in 15th, Jordan Hack 16th, Dustin Sizemore 17th, and Casey Flegel gonna round out the field here tonight at Dirt Renegades in 18th position.
Alrighty, that's gonna be our unofficial results here tonight at Williams Grove. And all right, well, before we hop down here and figure out how we're doing, I know Brian, you're taking third place. Lee, who do you want to interview? Second and first, second? How do you want to do it?
I'm going to let Brian do most of this because he knows the inner workings and can talk very high level with these guys. I will insert my newbie comments and questions when appropriate.
10-4, I'll help Brian out. All right, Brian, take third place, and I will help you with second.
Oh, I see what you mean now. My bad.
Okay.
I got second.
Okay.
Okay.
There we go. Plan is set. But yeah, let's get a talk in here with Jared Carell in this 912.
With
Assuming
that,
it's gonna be this dude.
yeah, okay, go. Wait, I assume it's him.
Hey Jared, it's Brian in the booth. You got a copy, bud?
Hey, buddy, what's going on?
Not much. Just finished watching you start third and finish third here in this feature. Started third in heat number 3 and got the win there because Jordan Hack ran out of fuel there, unfortunately for him. But man, what a race! What a track here at Williams Grove. How was that car for you tonight?
Boy, it was fun. I was scared there at the beginning. I don't think I put enough fuel in, banking on a couple cautions, and we ended up getting a couple more than I wanted, but it ended up working out in my favor, so that was good.
Oh yeah, that's always a very stressful event right there, pushing it close on fuel. But you know, there at the end of the race, we had, like you said, those cautions and multiple restarts, and we saw where, you know, most of the time the preferred place to be in the restart was third place. You know, on that inside lane, because we saw you and Corey just kind of leapfrogging each other on the restarts. What was that like from inside the car, and what was kind of the game plan on either getting to second place or keeping second place in that situation?
It was pretty scary actually, because you just gotta hope that you bank really good coming on the start, so that way you can throw that slider into one. I wanted the top side. Most of those guys were trying to run around the bottom, but I knew I wanted nothing to do with that. It was way too slippery for my liking, and the top just felt good. So I wanted to do everything I could to stay up there.
Absolutely. We you know, we also saw where passing kind of got a little bit more difficult as we got into the final stages of the race, where that inside lane, like you said, was very slippery, and you know, the outside lane had tons of grip. Was You know, do you think there would be, you know, is there a way to set up this car to where you could have it running on the inside and the outside just as good? Because we seen Butts, he kind of was running the inside a little bit there, as well as the outside. But you know, would there be a different way to pass here other than a slide job with a track as slick as it was?
It's hard to say, man, because you could set the car up to run the bottom, sure, that would work, and all is great, but then running the top, you're going to be a little bit slower, or it's going to just be a little too tight on you. So it's hard to say. I think sliding here with how slick the track was is probably just about the only way, and hoping that you manage to get the guy behind you to check up.
10-4. Well, before we let you go and celebrate this third place podium here, is there anybody you'd like to give a shout out to?
Definitely shout out David Moore and all the Dirt Renegades team for putting on these events. That they do a fantastic job here, and I enjoy racing with them. So glad to be in those. Other than that, Jacob Todd, Jerry Schweitzer, those are the boys. Those guys got me out here and getting in these things, and now getting podiums. So thanks to them.
Awesome. Well, congrats again, and we will see you here next week.
All right, sounds good, brother. Thank you.
All right.
And it was our third. Oh, I didn't know you was going back.
Nope,
Go ahead, sir.
right. Nope. That was our third place finisher, Jacob. Jared. Sorry.
Jared Carell.
Thank you.
Jared Carell.
He just said Jacob, and my brain went to. I was like, was he even on the server? Because I haven't seen him tonight. But all right. Well, yeah. Anyways, I'll let Lee take over second place here with Corey Alston, and we'll go from there.
Hey, Corey, it's Lee up in the booth. You got a copy, sir?
Yeah, I hear you.
Man, what an outstanding race we saw. Great heat race we also saw from you, but let's really go back through abundance of cautions there toward the end, and watching you and Jared Carell leapfrog each other back and forth. And it's the same question that Brian asked Jared as well. Was there anything about it was starting in third better than starting in second on those restarts to get the preferred line? Because you guys were back and forth on every restart.
Oh yeah. For me, I had the wrong gear. Bottom was the line for me, so I rather start.
Corey, you might want to turn your mic up, bud.
Can you hear me?
Oh, there you are.
Okay, yeah. To answer your question, yeah, I had the wrong gear in, so I was needed to start in third, so I had the bottom line.
Gotcha. Now, with the multiple cautions that we had tonight, did that change up your strategy any going into the feature on how you were going to run that, or especially there at the end with the multiple green-white checkers? How did that play into your strategy?
Well, I was actually kind of late on that last start right there. I could run with the leader there on the restarts, but I just needed to get down to the bottom of the track just to even have a chance to finish in the top three.
Awesome, and you gained 4 positions, finished in that second spot right behind Devin Butts, the race leader, and right ahead Jared Carell. And I loved watching the battle between you and Jared for that last half of the race. It was outstanding racing, and you, sir, are a master of the track. Is there anyone you'd like to give a shout out to or say hello to?
Yeah, I'd like to give a shout out to my teammates over at Goon Squad Racing, Pro Grade Graphic, 357 Esports, Lightning Wings and Power Coating, Eaton Industrial Coating, and Tulsa Sawed Much.
Awesome, sir. Well, thank you so much. Congratulations on that second place finish, and we look forward to see you next week.
Thank you.
Thank you. That was Corey Alston, our second place finisher here tonight with Dirt Renegades, as we bring in our winner, our dominator tonight, Mr. Devin Butts.
All right. Devin, Robert up here in the booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Yes, I do.
Hey, man, congratulations on getting the win out here at Williams Grove, my home track, man. But, man, you started out. The race was great. Watching you hold off these fast competitors here tonight, man. How was the race for you overall?
Great. Anytime I have a chance to run the 305s, definitely have a chance, or in the open setup for sure. I'll definitely take that on. So I'm excited to run this series out the rest of the way.
Oh, that's awesome. We can't wait to see you again next week as we take on Eldora. But, man, how was, did you do anything to the setup from practice to, the heat races to anything like that to get in, here to keep that thing up front?
Yeah, I love 305s the most because you can honestly just run them raw. And so I just ran my quali set, added some fuel, actually added about 10 gallons too much with the way things, but it was great at the end there. Car still rolled the bottom real fun. Williams Grove is the best because it's honestly a driver's track with the way that it slickens off in the middle, and you gotta, with the tight corners, you gotta pick if you're gonna go high or low.
Yeah, you just took the words out of my mouth. I was going to ask you, what was your preferred line, high or low tonight?
I mean, honestly, the line is wherever no one's gonna run, and those guys could have challenged me there if we would have had some more green flag stints. So we were kind of lucky to just be able to roll on those starts, and it's so hard to figure out when I'm gonna fire that I kind of had the advantage all night long.
Yeah. If we didn't have a lot of those yellows there towards the end, which you fired right off at every time, you just said you probably couldn't hold them guys off. What was your game plan if we would have got a long green flag run?
Oh yeah, that's when it was gonna get fun. We were gonna be able to run the top a couple laps, get some momentum, and run in the bottom. But even there at the end, I think that last lap, I was just looking at some of the times. That last lap was about the same. I found something the last couple laps. It's the same speed that we were running in around our heat races, if I can recall right, like a 20.1 on the bottom. The bottom was really coming in.
Everybody, Get ready for Devin. He found something. Next time we come back here at Williams Grove, he's gonna bring out the cards and be like, yeah, well, I found that a couple weeks ago, man. But we head off to Eldora next week. How are you at that track, and how much do you like that?
It's the best. It's this week the officials are there for the 305s, and it's kind of my farming track for the 305s. I try to jump in and get as many wins as I can because I can't win in really much else. So that's one of my favorites in the 305s for sure. That and then Williams Grove here.
10-4. Well, you showed the power here tonight, man, in that everything dirt, nice looking 305 scheme sprint car there you got. Does anybody want to give a shout out to, bud?
Oh yeah, you bet. Just recently here, we got Momentum Simsport up and running, so I got to give a shout out to all the boys on Momentum Simsport, and especially the managers, Clayton Tilley and Brad O'Brien. This week we put in a ton of work with just everything sprint cars, working on all of our setup stuff, and it's definitely starting to pay off. We're finding some speed. And then all of our sponsors, a huge shout out to CT Designs, if you guys need a wrap, great offer right there. Everything Dirt, Four Rubber Hockey Schools, and Racecraft Simulations. And then also a shout out to my wife and family for watching, supporting, and letting me do this in the first place.
Amen on that. All right, well, congratulations again here from Freaky Fast Broadcasting, man, getting your first win here tonight, second race of the season, and we can't wait to see what you can pull off next week at Eldora, man.
Yeah, sounds fantastic. Thank you guys for broadcasting, and as always, all the Dirt Renegades, admins, and everyone else put on a great
10-4, bud. All right. It's good. Oh. All right, that is your race winner, Devin Butts, man. He found something there, Brian and Lee. I don't know what it is. He didn't give it out. I don't blame him, but I think he said next week at Eldora, look out, guys. He's got something under the hood.
Well, when he named off the two tracks that he can win on consistently, no matter where he races, and it was tonight's track and next week's track, I am looking forward to our race next week here with Dirt Renegades. Did we go through our finishing order, sir?
Sure did.
Yes, we did. We did that with Brian. That's why Brian gets to take a break and a drink of a Mountain Dew, because he rambled his mouth off.
Awesome. So let's remind you of the sponsors of Dirt Renegades here on Freaky Fast Broadcasting. They are LSD iRacing Paint Series, ISBC Broadcasting, Dirt Degenerates Podcast, Outlaw E-Racing, MKT Manufacturing, Mississippi Valley Equipment, and finally by Lock Valley Steel LVS. Robert, Brian, what an outstanding night with Dirt Renegades and Freaky Fast Broadcasting. Tell me what to expect next week.
Boy, man, Eldora, iconic dirt track. We're gonna see. I think there it's definitely all about the high line. I don't know if Brian's gonna agree with me, but it's about running that high line, staying in the high line, and trying to slicken it off a little bit.
Absolutely, that's an infamous highline track there at Eldora. 1 and 2 may be able to make the middle or low line work depending on how your car is set up, but 3 and 4 definitely going to be in the high lane. Like we always say with Eldora, it's that dirt track that everybody knows about. Owned by Tony Stewart, of course. So it's going to be a great racing again here at Dirt Renegades. But one thing that Devin Butts has found, you were wondering what he was finding, Robert. Basically, he's found grip. Now, how he goes about doing that, I don't know, but he's found grip.
Right. Lame terms of just saying he found grip. Yep. We got it. But all right, well, we're about ready to sign off here from Williams Grove, PA. Thank God I don't got a far drive home, as these guys got to travel down south. But we will be live actually coming. We're off tomorrow night. If you're looking for a league to be broadcasted on Freaky Fast, hit us up, send us a PM on Facebook. But we will be live with good old World Series of Sim Racing League Saturday night, 8:50 live at Richmond, Virginia, as they take on round 3 with round 4 Boy, okay, so I'm still in the replay.
The new guy had to correct you. That's bad.
Round 4, I don't know what round we're in anymore. I don't even pay attention to rounds no more. I just know we're at Richmond, and it's going to be a fun race to watch. Brian Johnson, as he's up here in the booth with us, and we'll see Zach Hall and also all the other drivers at World Series of Sim Racing League, and it'll be Robert Moyer here at Lee Tidwell up in the booth calling that action. But until then, guys, well, let's pack our stuff up and say, like we always like to say here at Freaking Fast, God bless everybody. We love yous all. Peace out.
Later, fellas.